Hello, friends. Welcome back to BSG Annual 2022 from beautiful Hotel Astaria in Venray. We're doing an interview once again, and I got here with me the one and only SatanicNerd. How are you doing, friend?
I'm doing all right. Forgot to unmute. Went for a swim. Having a pretty good week. Feel refreshed. Got to stay healthy, even while sitting down and playing games.
Good advice. But we're not here for health advice. We're here to ask you some questions about your games.
We are?
Coming up next, right after this interview, immediately after, we got Haiku the Robot, which is a game that came out in April, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe so. Very, very recently for a game on this marathon.
Right, yeah. So give us, for all the people who don't know the game, give us like a quick elevator pitch. What's the game about? What are you doing in this game?
It's a Metroidvania. We're going left and right to grab abilities, kill bosses, and kill the final boss. Very much like Hollow Knight, but art style is a bit closer to God of Roboto, but with a bit more color. There is some storyline, but this is a speedrun.
That was quite the elevator pitch. That is from like first floor to like third floor. That was real quick.
Thank you very much. That's where my room is in this hotel. I'm used to that left floor.
Coincidence? I think not. So, in your run, will there be any cool strats or any cool glitches that people can already look out for, that you can already like tease a little bit of the really sick stuff that's going to happen in your run in just a bit?
Well, yeah, this game is recent, but we already have a Speedrunner beta because some boss health was increased and we didn't like it. And the dev is really nice to us. But one of the cool things that for some reason works is when you hit a hazard, you get some iframes, which is logical. You don't want to get hit immediately after respawning, but for some reason if you fall into a hazard again, instead of resetting your iframes, it adds them. So you can stack iframes. And we can use that to skip a boss trigger. If you're in iframes, a boss won't spawn. So we'll see if I pull it off.
That trick kind of sounds like you can skip more than just that. I mean, that sounds pretty useful to me in a Metroidvania.
Yeah, it is very useful because there's one boss pretty close to a save point. So if you just die with the stacked iframes, you can make it through the boss just in time. I think the other ones are just too far away from benches, and we only really take 1 or 2 benches in the run because we do a lot of death warps.
Ooh, interesting. So, because I'm a very professional interviewer, I obviously checked your speedrun.com page just to get a little bit feel of what else you play. I also noticed you play Hollow Knight, or speedrun it, as I also noticed. And Haiku has been sometimes said that it is very inspired by Hollow Knight. So is there a correlation that you already speedrun Hollow Knight to picking up Haiku and then speedrunning it, or is that just pure coincidence?
I think I like the Metroidvania aspect of it, so that could be it. Although the rest of my speed games aren't really Metroidvanias. But I definitely heard of this game through the Hollow Knight, through my circles, which I found through Hollow Knight. So there's a mutual liking of Hollow Knight and a mutual liking of this game. There's definitely a connection there, yes. And in the moveset of enemies, you can really see the comparison with Hollow Knight enemies. It's very cool. It makes some boss fights easier because you already know some type of pattern. You've already seen it.
I see. Interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, I have not played Haiku quite yet. I'm quite the Metroidvania connoisseur myself. It's probably my favorite genre, but I haven't gotten around to playing Haiku. But it seems cool.
It is.
You recommend it?
Oh, keep watching.
On
I definitely recommend it casually. It's not too long casually. There will be some DLC, but I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, there's DLC for the game
There
eventually.
Will be. Yes, there's already some rooms allotted for DLC in the map area. There's also a room that nothing happens in there yet because it's planned for DLC.
Ooh, nice. I didn't know. Cool. So at this marathon, this is your 4th run or 3rd one?
This is my 4th run of Annual.
The last one, right?
Yes, my last one.
So yeah, the other interviewers I had, Etienne and Eishma, they also had like 4 and 5 games respectively, and I asked them the same question to give me or give us one word that describes each of your 4 speedruns you had. Like a single, there's like
I think I'd have to say mind-blowing, just because Babazoo and Fez have such an influence on...
Like one word for
mind-blowing.
each.
Oh, for each. All right,
Yeah,
Babazoo,
not combined. Yeah, that's really hard. I couldn't do that.
Mind-blowing. Fez, interesting, just a game. Skyrocket, cool. Just cool. It's Brazilian, no one knows of it. But it's also very cool references and inspired by funny things as well. Food, and then Haiku. A breath of fresh air. Well, that's not one word, but it's one saying, so it works.
I let it count. It's okay. And yeah, as I mentioned, I checked out your Speedrun.com profile, and I've seen that you play almost, not exclusively, but like a lot of indie games.
Yes.
Is there like a reason for that? Are you just not into like AAA games, speedrunning, or console, or do you like indie games just more? Like, what's the reason there?
I mean, I really like Dark Souls, but never really committed to speedrunning it. For speedrun, I don't know. I just really like indie games. I usually play by myself. I mean, in high school, I played a bit of some multiplayer games, AAA games, but it just didn't seem worth the amount of money. And so far, I feel like I've been right. So I'll keep playing indie games in the future.
I mean, I'm a big indie fan myself. Indie games are the future of gaming. Quote me. So I just had one more question in mind that just literally just came up, but I'm already forgetting. Oh yeah, so you have already something cooking up next that you could maybe tease, like a new speedrun that you're already like wanting to do or already learning, or is everything open still?
I mean, I was recognized last time as the Quirk 100% world record holder, which I have no idea how someone recognizes me as that. That blows my mind, but I was practicing it when I had time to do it blindfolded, and I was close. I think I missed like 5 or 6 of the hard levels, but I was close. So who knows, maybe I'll get back to that. That's something, I mean, I think it would be pretty cool to on a marathon. I think you want to see it, I won't see it. Yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to.
Awesome, cool. Well, thanks for taking the quick time here for joining me on this interview, answering some of my questions here. And yeah, like we already mentioned, your game is literally up next, so we'll be jumping into the quick intermission, and we'll try to speedrun the setup so you guys can see this man speedrun Haiku in the fastest time possible. So please stay tuned. We will be right back.